Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match reaction. Brighton Hove Albion 3, Everton 2. I don't know what to say about this. Another disappointing away day for Marco Silva and Everton. A poor game, it has to be said. Both teams, I thought, were poor. The conditions weren't great. Obviously you have to say that, but it was a poor game of football to watch. Referee was atrocious. And what can you say? Marco Silva went with basically the same team that beat West Ham last week. Obviously, Yerry Mina was missing, so Mason Holgate come in. I thought he'd done all right overall, but we just never got going. Neither team got playing any kind of football that was decent. We gave away a free kick on the edge of the box, needless, by Andre Gomez. Tom Davies does brilliantly, and then gives him not a great ball, gives the ball away. But Gomez, he's got this horrible habit of just flicking a foot out of people. We've seen it a few times, the one off the top of my head, Eriksen, or he gave one away which Eriksen scored last game of the season at Tottenham, flicking a foot out, he's got no chance of getting the ball, and it ends up in the net, and he done it today, and to me, it was bad goalkeeping by Jordan Pickford. It went through his hands, you could see it, and it went past his hands, so it was poor goalkeeping, poor by Gomez. 1-0 down, and you start thinking, well, we don't come back and get results away from home, so there's that win gone. But within a few minutes, we were level, and a great corner whipped in by Luca Dean. Richarlison flicks it on, and it hits Webster, and it's the floor, and it's 1-1 past the keeper, past Matt Ryan. And then Everton control the game then, totally control the game. And a lot of, we had moments where Walcott should have done better. We had shot blocked from Iwobi, and Brighton with last gasp ditch defending. We didn't create brilliant chances, it has to be said, but we got into enough good areas. Went in 1-1 at the break. Luca Dean had done a brilliant block as well from one of the, Brighton had a breakaway, and it was a great block by Dean. Come out in the second half, Everton in control the game. Nothing really to worry about from Brighton's perspective. They didn't really offer anything dangerous. They were passing it round and stuff, but they weren't really hurting us. But then you could say the same about Everton. We weren't doing the same either. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't a very good game. And then the manager makes a couple of changes. Obviously, the biggest talking point in the first half was losing Bernard. He slipped on the pitch, and I don't know whether he's done it. He seemed to be holding his knee, so I'm hoping it's not a bad one. But knee injuries can be so complex. Hopefully, he's just jarred it, and it'll settle down. But it could be he could have done his medial knee ligaments or anything. He walked off the pitch, but he did look like he was in pain. So, another injury, which isn't really a surprise. I've said it many times. If we didn't have bad luck, we'd have no luck at all. And it just continues to perpetuate, unfortunately. But there you go. Second half come out. Like I said, going through that, we lose. We get 1-1, 20 odd minutes left. The manager wants to make some subs. I don't understand why he brought Fabian Delph on. We were playing a team that, to me, didn't look capable of beating us. It looked like it was just going to peter out for a 1-1 draw. And I thought that's when we should have taken the game to them. We should have gone and matched up. Obviously, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, sounds no problem bringing a striker on. But he took off Iwobi and Walcott, and he put on Delph, another centre midfielder. So we ended up with 3 in midfield. Then he shoved Sigurdsson over to the left wing. When, for me, really, he should have just put Moise Keane on with Dom and gone for it and tried to force their hand for the last 20 minutes. Now, as it happened, about a minute later, we scored. It was a good bit of play from Mason Holgate, slipped Dom in. It was a brilliant finish by Calvert-Lewin. Great run, great finish. 2-1 up, and you're thinking, 2-1 up, 10 minutes left. Obviously, another 15 minutes with stoppage time. Can we actually see this through? And then VAR gives a ridiculous penalty. Now there's contact on the kid, Connolly, but both players are looking at the ball. So Michael Keane is just watching the ball. He doesn't deliberately go and kick out at Connolly. And the referee says no twice. And he's like, we're just checking it, just to get it done with. And apparently they've looked at it something between 11 and 15 times before they've made the decision. And they give Brighton a penalty, which is one of the softest penalties you will ever see. There's contact. the letter of the law, I don't know, because they make it up as they go along. Now, my biggest sticking point with this, the biggest issue I have with it is Richarlison is hauled down in the penalty area off a corner. The lad's got hold of his shirt, drags him to the floor, and it doesn't even get reviewed. That gets reviewed, Everton get a penalty. So I don't understand how you can pick and choose what you review. It's berserk, absolutely berserk. And it makes you question the whole integrity of it. So Brighton scored the penalty, Mopay scored the penalty. And then Everton didn't really do anything. We had a lot of the ball, but we weren't pressing. We weren't trying to play with a bit of intensity. And then they break away. We have the ball over on the far side, and Sigurdsson just throws a nothing ball into the box instead of taking a bit of care with it. They break quickly, get it down. Ball's rolled across, and Luca Dean knocks it into his net. And the air of inevitability about us throwing a game away was when obviously the penalty was given, and we end up losing another game, and only this one we've led in. That's, 7 defeats now or something for the season, 6 defeats in 10 games. Just not good enough. Not good enough for a team that's had a lot of money spent on it. And, we feel a bit, the manager will feel a little bit hard done to, obviously, with the penalty thing, but the top and bottom of it is, it's a results-driven business. We've lost 6 games. I don't know, and the players just haven't got there's no strength in them. Frustrating, very frustrating. Fair play to Brighton, they hung in there and got the win. Fair play to them, they've gone above us now. And for Everton, it's just back to the drawing board. Next week, Tottenham at home, who we never beat. Obviously, there's a big game on Tuesday night now against Watford. But very frustrating. Not really more to say. Check out Ped's instant match reaction. Sub if you haven't. Give the video a thumbs up if you want to. Join us on Patreon if you want to. But otherwise, go and have a good weekend. See you later.